as trademarks, padlocks. But these weigh 56 pounds and have to be held at arm's length. It's an event feared by most competitors. Well, Adrian, a couple of setbacks earlier on today, but is this very much your joker?
Well, hopefully, not a joker, an ace. I need to really score highly on this, because if I don't, there's only 2 events left tomorrow, and they could be anyone's really. So I need this as a good buffer.
Now you're still out there on top. Will you be on top after this?
I don't know. I wish I could look and see.
Into heat 1 then, John Paul Sigmarsson against Charling van den Bosch. Where's the pain, Jamie?
It's all in the shoulders. The shoulders start burning as they start going into the pain barrier. And Charlie looks like he's wavering. He's gone already.
A disappointing time for him.
John Paul's got to hang on now.
And he's gone
finished.
after 34. That's disastrous. Heat 2, it's Fekete and Numisto.
These two look very evenly matched. They're both looking at each other and hanging in there. The shoulders and backsides have got to keep well against the boards. We've got referees watching that.
Much better times as Fekete laughs off the pain.
Yes, Numisto looks like he's wavering.
He's crumpled 36 seconds.
And the referees have stopped Laszlo.
A red flag at 38.
Yes, his backside came away from the wall.
Well, there's an example of the camaraderie which exists among these very specialised strength athletes. Heat 3, O.D. Wilson against Henning Thorsen. And Thorsen already wavering. The strain's too much for him, he's gone after 20.
This looks like the kind of event which O.D. Wilson can excel in, those massive shoulders and arms. He's really concentrating and going through the pain barrier. It must be burning now.
The time's looking good for him. He's beaten John Paul and Joka.
He's out there on his own. He knows he's just got to keep with it.
Ahead of Fekete.
This is a good time for O.D.
And that's enough to snatch the lead, 42 seconds.
Just stretching his arms and shoulders. It looks like he's got a little bit of cramp.
Final heat, only Adrian Smith and Apu Spensky can prevent O.D. from winning his second event.
Yes, Adrian should really excel in this event with his short arms and strong shoulders. Plus, Adrian really needs these points if he's going to make a serious challenge today.
He calls this one his ace, but
he's gone! Oh, no, that's disaster for Adrian.
And Uspensky, 30 seconds for him, 25 for Smith.
I had a cramp in my back. I was really steady, and then my back just locked, and I had a cramp, and I just, bang, had to put it down. This should have been my best event, you know, so it did prove to be the joker, not the ace.
But it's another ace for O.D. as he takes maximum points. Fekete grabs second place with Numisto third, while Sigmarsson is fourth in his least favourite event. We return to the edge of Lake Pyasselka for the final day of competition and to the Linnunlahti Stadium where many of UNSO's music festivals are held. And with only 2 events remaining, here's the position. O.D. Wilson has extended that lead over John Paul to 4.5 points. Ilkka Numisto has moved into third place in front of Laszlo, Adrian and Charling. The third and final day of competition begins with another traditionally Scandinavian event. The anvil lift hasn't been tried before in World's Strongest Man, but the results will have a profound effect on this year's championship. What are the technical difficulties in lifting these?
First of all, there's 5 anvils, ranging from 120 to 160 kilos. The short guys are going to have an advantage lifting it off the floor, but the bigger guys will have an advantage putting this on the platform.
They need to be fast as well, it's against the clock.
Fast, strong and fit cardiovascular.
Another vast crowd is gathered to see the grand finale.
Okay, Ilkka Numisto, on your mark,
Well, Ilkka didn't exactly get his ears boxed this time, but let's see if he's pumped up nonetheless.
Yes, he's lifting the anvils in the crook of his elbow, which is giving him the extra height when he gets to the platform.
Now, they're heavier on one side rather than the other, aren't they?
Yes, they're very unevenly balanced. He doesn't seem to be having any problem lifting them off the floor.
Very sprightly for a 46-year-old.
Yes, let's see how he handles these two last heavy ones.
Even the mare's getting pumped up. Last anvil.
Here he goes with the big one. Oh, that looks heavy.
And it's there in 39 seconds. Henning Thorsen from Denmark next.
Henning Thorsen, on your mark and get set.
Well, Jamie, he was good loading stones. Can he load anvils?
Yes, it looks to be the platform height poses no problem for Henning. Quite nimble on his feet too for a big man.
3 down, 2 to go. Up to 150 kilos now.
Yes, I think it's starting to take its toll now on Henning.
The arms must be agony, but the time's good.
This looks like being the leader. I think he's going to beat Ilka.
He's
Yes.
there. 34 seconds for Henning Thorsen. Well, one roaring Viking to another. John Paul Sigmarsson takes centre stage, growing more desperate by the minute to win back the crown, held by the man beside me, Jamie Reeves from Sheffield. OD can stop him. Not if his trainer Halti has anything to do with it.
John Paul Sigmarsson, Iceland, on your mark and get set.
3 times holder of the world crown, John Paul Sigmarsson bursting into life, tossing that like a pebble, Jamie.
Yes, he looks like he's bursting with energy. He knows he's got to win this event to stand any chance of catching OD.
Oh, he's in fire this time. He's desperate to win.
Yes, this is the third one going on. It looks a very fast time.
More than 20 stones there.
Oh, he's working now. He's on to the last one. It looks the fastest time.
Well, the time's great. 27 seconds. Every chance of winning the event.
It's on.
That's the lead. 31 seconds.
How fired up were you?
I was very fired up. Very.
Now do you believe you can win this championship?
I told you from the beginning, I am going to win. And of course I believe in it.
I think you're like the Vikings who are cheering you on.
Yeah. This is a Viking country. And I'm a Viking.
On O.D. Wilson, USA.
No Viking blood in this man's body, but he's managed all right without it so far. Last to run OD.
O.D. Wilson, USA, on your mark and get set.
Now he's a very big man, Jamie. That must be a problem here.
Yes, we've got to see if he's got an answer to John Paul's challenge.
Looking fairly nimble.
He's not turning his massive bulk around, he's just skipping back for them.
That's more the technique of a boxer. It used to be one.
Yes, he's saving time too.
Well, the time's looking very good indeed. The 4th anvil's on now. Let's see the clock.
This is really fast. This could be the winning
He's
time.
ahead. And
That's it.
he's won.
I'm gonna win! I'm gonna win! I hate for people to overlook me like I'm not there. It makes me mad. And now I'm mad.
So you're
I will win. I will win. OD will win.
John Paul Sigmarsson, your greatest rival, was applauding you all the way there.
I was applauding him, but I heard him say he will win the competition. That fired me up. I will win.
It seems now you've
I
every
will
chance.
win.
Do you believe you can still win? It's very difficult
Yes.
now.
I am something like 5.5 points behind. It will be very tough, but I'm going to try anyway.
Confirmation of OD's outstanding victory over John Paul in the type of event normally dominated by the Icelander. And Thorsen's back in the points again in his battle with Nemisto. But if John Paul is to win this competition for a record-breaking 4th time, he has to beat OD by 6 clear points. Having witnessed the determination, not to mention the fury of the American, that's a tall order.
It's fitting that for the final event here in Uenso, we're travelling back in time to the days when most Finns built their own homes. Well, our competitors are helping out on the building site this afternoon by carrying this hod weighing 100 kilos, some 16 stones, over 200 metres. If you like it, do it yourself. with a vengeance.
We pick it up in the third heat with Apu Spensky putting in a storming run to finish in a time of 52.75 seconds. That set a really blistering pace. But all eyes now are on the showdown between OD and John Paul. Can the Icelander really salvage 6 points?
It's never over before it's over. So we have a little hope. John Paul will run. This should be the run of his life. So he has everything to win, but it might not be enough. But we have to see.
John Paul Sigmarsson, Odie Wilson, on your march and get set.
John Paul Sigmarsson simply has to win this event and in under 52 seconds to stand any chance of winning the competition.
That's right, and OD must finish 12 seconds behind him to win the title. But the bricks are looking very low on OD's back. He wants to get them really high on his shoulders. It looks like he's pacing himself, but I don't know whether it's enough.
Look at the speed of John Paul Sigmarsson and Halti Andersson following him every inch of the way.
But it looks like OD's more than 12 seconds behind him. The other competitor running over, trying to spur OD on and make him run faster.
Sigmarsson accelerating all the time now.
OD looks like he's tiring really badly.
And Halti's watching that clock. Every second's going past, but look at the time. He's approaching the finishing line. He's got to beat 52. And he's done it!
He's done it. OD's got to finish in under 1 minute 4 now to assure himself of the title.
It's a struggle. Let's see how the time is.
Oh, no.
John Paul's the champion.
Oh, what a cruel way to lose. OD must be devastated. It's a shame there's got to be a loser at this class of competition.
I told you all the time! I told you! I bloody told you!
Well, this huge crowd can scarcely believe what they've seen. John Paul Sigmarsson has overturned OD's 5.5-point lead and by less than 2 seconds has earned first place. From the new champion, nothing but respect for OD.
Odie, he surprised me a lot. Hell of a lot. You know, he's in such a good shape for so big man. And number one, he's a very good guy.
Is there something special about this inner Viking strength of yours?
As a kid, I started to read the Icelandic sagas, and I was very impressed. So I just tried to do the same, but of course I can't chop heads of people. I have to do it my way in competitions against giants. Sigmarsson, he's a tough guy. He's strong and he's fast. He got good size and he got power. I feel I'm not taking anything away from Sigmarsson, but I feel within myself that when it comes down to pure strength, I am the strongest man on this planet. I may not be able to run. I may not could jump over a bus, but I can move anything on this planet. And I'm coming back to this competition if I'm invited. And I promise you that I will be steady in the #1. I promise you that.
So after 3 days of competition, a mere half a point separates these two great strength athletes. Ilka, the grandfather, is third, Thorson fourth in his debut, and a wiser Adrian Smith is fifth.
Well done. No champion. He is still a champion. He's not been beaten. So I will meet him next year in a bloody good competition.
Next year for another fight.
But that's for tomorrow. Today's champion is John Paul Sigmarsson, paying tribute to OD before taking his rightful position. And so Mr. Chris Thornycroft Smith, marketing director of Daft Trucks, presents a trophy and a £5,500 cheque to this charismatic champion. For a record 4th time, John Paul Sigmarsson is the world's strongest man.